What's the biggest promise your parents broke? My parents told me they were saving for my future, specifically for culinary school. They said every birthday envelope, every skipped vacation, every cheap dinner was going toward that dream. I believed them. I didn't argue when we didn't go out like other families, or when I had to wear shoes with holes in them. They always said, we're investing in your future, not wasting money on now. So I spent years watching cooking shows, memorizing recipes, shadowing chefs, even working at a greasy diner to get experience. I turned down scholarships to traditional colleges because my dream was low cordon bleu. It wasn't cheap, but I wasn't worried. I had the fund. My acceptance letter came with a tuition deadline, and I sat across from my parents at the kitchen table, grinning. It's time, I said. They didn't look happy. My dad rubbed his eyes and said, the fund's gone, just like that. Just gone. I asked what happened, and they told me life got expensive. That I'd figured out, but I'd planned my whole future around that promise. I scraped together what I could, applied for a dozen loans, and settled for a local program that barely scraped the surface of what I wanted. I worked nights, taught myself advanced techniques on YouTube, and served dishes at a dive bar to people too drunk to care. I thought that was the hardest part until Thanksgiving came. I hadn't seen my extended family in a while, but I went out of guilt. That's when I overheard my parents talking to my uncle about the investment they'd made in my cousin's boutique cafe. She stood behind them, showing off photos of her new bakery's marble counters and custom espresso machine. She thanked my parents for making her dream possible. I froze. That bakery had my school's tuition in its floor tiles. When I confronted my parents that night, they didn't deny it. They said she was better positioned to succeed, and that I had too many wild ideas. I left that night, slept in my car for weeks. Eventually, I crashed with a friend and refused to speak to my parents again. But I didn't give up. I cooked. I catered. I hustled. I sold lunchboxes from a folding table at parks until people started recognizing my food. Then came events, weddings, clients with real money. I never told my parents when I opened my own kitchen. Small, scrappy, but mine. Then one winter they called. My dad's truck business had failed. The house was in foreclosure. They asked if I could help. I said yes. I took their mortgage info and set up mail forwarding. But I didn't pay a cent. I watched the final notice arrive. I knew the date the bank would knock. The night before, I told them I was moving for work and wished them luck. The next morning, they were evicted. I didn't answer when they called. I was already in my kitchen, prepping for a dinner service, standing inside the dream they told me wasn't worth investing in. Now they know what it feels like to be promised something and be left with nothing.